Lawson Jandu. You work with Christoph Pharmaceuticals as well as Kim Care Services. And today is your birthday. I say happy birthday to you, my good friend and brother. And I wish you all the best for the day. Your cake is not on me, fortunately. You're a man. So usually if it was Mama View Subway, I would have bought a cake for her like I did the last time it was her birthday. How are you? Yeah.
How come I never saw the cake you bought?
I think
but there's always another opportunity. So 24th is just coming. It will definitely come. So make sure you give me a cake that I would see and taste. Yeah. Magnifique. But don't go and buy some hard cake like that for me.
Okay, I'll buy you a fruity one with a lot of
Thank you. Yeah. But good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm good. It's just that it's been raining a lot. It's been raining.
And when you're stressed and it's raining and you can't relax, you have to come to work.
It's true.
You know, sometimes the vim is some way.
Yeah. But listen, just like Kofi Kenyatta said, if somebody wants to be like you, no matter the situation that you find yourself, somebody wants to be like you. Somebody wants to be you, really. So why don't you just give thanks to God?
Definitely.
And be happy where you are.
Definitely.
All right. If you missed the AM news, well, you've missed a lot. But we're going to be doing the newspapers and the online review. That's coming up next here on our show. In fact, that's right now on the AM show. Let's just begin with the Daily Graphic newspaper.
I hope the schools have gotten money now.
Yeah, well, the good news is captured on the front page of the Daily Graphic, and it comes with a beautiful smile. I mean, you can only smile after you've released funds, right? So that's a Deputy Minister of Education smiling there and looking ahead. There's a lot of bright things ahead, I guess. Government releases free SHS funds, rural areas to enjoy 3G services, according to the NC. And that was just a little while ago in our AM news. Pay as you toll your vehicles, Senior Minister Osafo Mafo has finally said. Okay. Major Mohammed's alleged killer stormed court with Bibles, also another front page headline in the Daily Graphic newspaper. But let's go to page 3. This story that comes with Mrs. Abena Osei Asari's picture on the front page, a Deputy Finance Minister. That story says, the Ministry of Finance says it has released more than 50% of the funds needed to finance the implementation of the free senior high schools program. Speaking to journalists in Accra yesterday, a Deputy Minister of Finance, Mrs. Abena Osei Asari, said 280 million Ghana cedis out of 486 million Ghana cedis required for the flagship program on education had been released. She explained that the accounts of all 647 schools across the country would be credited by the close of today for the smooth takeoff of the program. Mrs. Osei Asari stressed that the government was committed to the free SHS policy and would ensure its successful implementation. So that's certainly the good news that we're all expecting. Details of that story on page 3. Let's go to page 16, and on page 16 we'll pick 2 stories from there and quickly head to the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. So page 16 now. All right, here we go. First, until the law on road traffic regulations is amended, owners of breakdown vehicles will pay for the cost of mandatory towing services after the services have been delivered to ensure safety on the roads, according to Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafo. Such an arrangement, he explained, was to ensure the provision of towing services while the law LI 2180 Road Traffic Regulations 2012 goes through the amendment process. And the details of this, of course, we will also talk a little more about it. What are the implications of this? We will try and go to Kumasi and see what owners of towing vehicles also make of this decision that came up yesterday. And this one says the Accra Central District Court yesterday became a worship center when the 20 alleged killers of Major Maxwell Mahama appeared in court singing praises, holding Bibles and other Christian literature. The 20 accused made their entrance to the courtroom with songs of praise. They continued their singing on their way back to the vehicle that was to transport them back to the Insawa Medium Security Prison. In the vehicle, the accused could be heard singing more praises and also praying. Their actions attracted some people who either joined the singing or made sarcastic comments about the spectacle. I guess they have to prepare a lot more worship songs and get ready to sing a lot more praises to the Lord, because this is going to take a while. Back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. On the back page, GPAP poised to achieve $10 billion export earnings. That's the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. They say they will generate some $10 billion from non-traditional exports in the next 4 years, up from the $5 billion targets set for 2015. So the rest of that story on the back page of the Daily Graphic. Also, minimize chemical use to deal with army worms. So these are the two stories that the Graphic captured on its back page today.
All right, so from there we have to look at the Daily Guide newspaper. It has on the front page, CID probes Opuni over $100 million rotten fertilizer, $72 million snake scam going to Attorney General. And then we have pictures of Dr. Opuni, also a picture of
boss.
Also a picture of the Director General of SNITS, N.S. Thompson, and then Caleb Afaglo. One time, IT boss of SNITS. And then we have MPP man thrown out, and government engages private towing operators. Mahama Killer Singh in court, but let's go to the main story. It says the Criminal Investigations Department, that's the CID of the Ghana Police Service, is reportedly probing some immediate past management and board members of the Ghana Cocoa Board, including the Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Stephen Kwabena Opuni. They have been accused of allegedly securing and supplying spoiled fertilizer worth some $100 million to cocoa farmers nationwide. The rotten fertilizers reportedly contributed to massive drop in cocoa production in the country within the underserved years of distribution. And also we have the executive director of Iyoko, KK Amwa, telling the Daily Guide in Accra that his outfit had forwarded the case to a CID for more probing. Some of the fertilizers supplied, according to quotes by him, were bad as proved by the Ghana Standards Authority, because they were tested by the Standards Authority, and as critical. So the story is on the front page. You have the other issues also being engaged. So we'll take some critical look at them if we can. And we have MPP man thrown out. It says an activist of the New Patriotic Party, his wife and children have allegedly been bundled out of their home after his 2 residential properties were allegedly forcibly taken over an auction at a paltry price on a dubious court order. The businessman there made this known in separate petitions to President Kufuor, etc. Court order, MPP man.
Over the guide?
I'm done.
All right, let's do the Finder. Front page of the Finder newspaper. Prosecute experts. Oh, you haven't?
Yes.
Okay, so back to the Daily Guide.
Police. Police hunt Schwarzenegger's sex tape leakers. And we know that now the leak tape is out.
Good luck to finding those who leaked.
Charlie. But who took the one who took the tape should first be accosted.
No, but this looks like something that's been well planted. I mean, because they capture almost every conversation.
No, this one, there's even the video. You've not watched the video.
No, I haven't watched the video, but
I've watched the video.
I've seen pictures, and you can tell that the pictures were taken out of a video.
Yes,
so
the video in which the pictures were taken from is out. The video is out. We can't play it. Terrible.
Reconciliatory conversations, you know, the aftermath is all recorded. I had a lot more.
The reconcile?
No, not. I mean, talks. You know, the family members are trying to, and everything is recorded. What kind of life is that, really?
Celebrate.
How do you live your life like that? Everything is right there, out there.
Celebrity life.
Oh, Charlie.
Anyway,
and
so we
got Reverend, what's his name?
Lutron?
No. She had some issues with this Reverend. Owusu Bempa. Yes. And he had made some comments. That tape is also surfaced like it's come back.
That said the marriage will not last. Or
exactly.
So.
He said something about the marriage when she got married. So, you know, all the theories coming together. But Efia Schwarzenegger definitely making... She's taking over Ghana's entertainment scene for this week. And who knows, that conversation could go on till next week. If new tapes don't come out every day.
I tell you.
But let's do the Finder. The Finder newspaper front page of the Finder today. And Ace Ankoma is saying prosecute expert consultants who supervise corrupt contracts. Details on page 2. Also free SHS government to release 280 million Ghana cedis today. What's interesting is the graphic says the money has already gone and it would reflect today. And then the Finder says government to release today. So I don't know if it's the same understanding. Corruption is a threat to SDGs according to our president. And 310,000 placed in SHS TVETs according to a Deputy Minister of Education. But here's a story of interest on page 2 in the Finder, the one on Ace and Kumar. Following revelations of suspected inflated contracts, private legal practitioner Ace Anan Ankoma is calling for severe sanctions against consultants and experts hired by the state and assigned the affected projects. He explained that since the consultants and experts are hired and paid to protect the interests of Ghana during contracts, in case of infractions such as pardoning, the consultants and experts should be made to face the law. There's a story here also that says that the Ghana Prison Service has expressed concern over its inability to pay medical bills, inmates' ration bills and utilities due to the delay in the release of funds, leading to a total debt of over 43.165 million Ghana cedis. Details of that also in the paper and how it's affecting their functions, their daily functions, all captured in the Finder newspaper of today. Roland, I'm through with the Finder. We'll do the Ghanaian Times?
Yes, we do the Ghanaian Times. On the front page of the Ghanaian Times, though, it has 280 million Ghana cedi ready for free senior high school implementation. It says government also to release the second tranche soon.
Meanwhile, the prison service says they are owed a lot of money. It's affecting their operations. It's not part of this headline, though.
Mischief. Journalists are always mischievous. 2 deputy chief of staff. Jospon Group respond to CID invitation. You have a picture of 2 deputy chief of staff. Abu Janapo Asenso. And then we also have PURC staff warned the executive secretary sacked. Police chase 2 Chinese for illegal importation of unwholesome tilapia. And looks like this has been late in coming. And we'll see how that goes.
Okay, let's continue with the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Front page of the Daily Dispatch. Today, Friday, Electoral Commission meeting stopped. Why EOCO stopped the EC meeting? All the inside story in the Dispatch. Introduction to Central and Voter Regions. Well, that's what the paper is doing. If you're interested, you can grab it. What you must know about the Black Stars is also inside today's Daily Dispatch newspaper. I'm through. Roland?
Okay, so we have the next paper. It's actually the last paper, I believe. All right, so the Daily Statesman newspaper, government to review law stifling investments. So you have the Daily Statesman newspaper, government to review law stifling investment, and that's by the Vice President. SDG's agenda and investment in our future. And then we also have BSHGL, not part of Enterprise Group. Shall I can't deal with because BS abbreviations and said also BS. I just want to get Black Star Holdings Ghana Limited. That's all. I just wanted you to know that. If you want to get more of those, please get a copy of the Daily Statesman newspaper. Great stories in there. But
that's it for the hardcore papers. Let's turn our attention to online now. Let's start off with myjoyonline.com. That's home, really. We'll see the stories making headlines this early Friday morning on our page. And multimedia set Kwame Boateng warns ICFJ's prestigious Global Health Reporting Award. Yeah, he's won yet again another prestigious award, the Global Health Reporting context. We say congratulations.
Congratulations to you,
Seth
Kwame Boateng.
Yeah, and if you've been following the
garbage in, garbage out. What you put in is what you get out. Yeah. Good input, positive output.
He's been doing a lot of very good reporting. The one he did on Komfo Anokye, that's one of our biggest projects, yes. Even as a company, you know, as a media house, and it's yielded a lot of results. We're still in the process. The First Lady coming on board as well. I mean, and he's done many other things. He'll go on to do a lot more things. So congratulations to Seth Kwame Boateng. All right, let's move on. Let's check out other stories. Agitating staff must be charged for loss of productivity. Labour consultant Ben Arthur says a lockout staged by workers of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission on Thursday was unlawful and has called for sanctions. If you want to get your executive secretary out, is that the way to do it?
You have to do it well.
And apparently yesterday they knew there was information that there was going to be a board meeting. So you see, they knew what was going to happen. Okay. That's why they decided to do what they did. But apparently what they did was unlawful. Are we going to see people punished?
I think they have to.
Smart guys responsible for growth of Ghana's pharmaceutical industry. And I was so happy to see Akosua interview this man who hardly grants interviews. That's the CEO of NS Chemist, Chief Executive of the NS Chemist, Ernest Bediako Sampon, sees more growth in Ghana's pharmaceutical industry, banking his predictions on the rise of people he calls smart guys. And if you missed that conversation, it's always uploaded, so just check out the link on myjoyonline.com. Let's move on. Finance Ministry free SHS funds to be disbursed today. More efforts needed to curb malnutrition in Ghana. According to a report, says more efforts are needed, particularly by the government, to curb the spate of malnutrition in Ghana and other parts of Africa, according to an international report. So that's a recommendation that it's given. The forgotten heroine of Ghana's independence and liberation. Many people attributed their quota towards our independence, much forward, and even more supported in the effort of gaining absolute freedom. Okay, this is one of those pieces that you've got to read. It's a feature
that you can't get the story just by reading the headlines.
Exactly, one of those. Also on myjoyonline.com, praised but unpaid Nigeria's Ebola heroes. Novelist and writer Adaobi Tricia and looks at the plight of medics who saved Nigeria from the Ebola pandemic back in, is it 2014, but who have not yet been paid. It's sad, isn't it? Yeah. Towing companies unhappy with cancellation of mandatory toll levy. Some towing service providers have expressed their dissatisfaction with government's decision to cancel the mandatory towing levy. It's coming in another form until the law is amended, until we know exactly what we want to do, apparently. Okay. So we'll take the views of those in Kumasi as well, and Erastus Asaridonko will be on that beat for us here on the show today. Exton Cubic threatens legal action over gross abuse of executive power. NCA telcos to work in extending 3G services. Free SHS unsustainable, won't stand test of time, according to a member of parliament. Ablako is saying, but I guess you all would say, let's wait and see. More stories and videos on myjoyonline.com. All right.
All right, so let's go and see whether we can get to some other online portals. So we go to City FM Online and quickly sift through. Endowment fund cash not in EC official accounts, and that's according to Yoko. So endowment fund cash, apparently all the hula baloo about endowment fund of workers, etc., being chopped by somebody are not true. is
No. The fact that it's not in the EC's official account means not true.
No,
have you read the
no.
You've read the story?
The accusation is that it was somebody had personally taken it. They said it's not in the EC's official's account.
Oh, okay.
Not
okay.
the official accounts of the EC.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah.
And then we have revoking our license barred for private investors. That's Exton Cubic. The next story is SNIT scandal is still ongoing. They have an update. Other corrupt deals identified, and that's according to Yoko Boss. Confusion at Tema Port over paperless system. Ivory Coast started implementing the system 2 years ago. Only as because of our kululu, we don't want to accept it.
So is it just the machinations of people who don't want to see this work? So. That's why we have
players always don't want.
Yeah.
Middlemen, Charlie.
Well,
because you don't have time to go, so they will do a lot of things in your name, on your behalf, and get a little access.
So paperless means
that
they can't
do anything. They have to come and show you the invoice that the machine has generated, that the system has generated. Yeah, then you pay.
There can't be any pen corrections on there.
Nobody's going to use their own invoice to come and do anything else for you. Did you get it?
Okay.
So
but that's not exactly fair, because you seem to be accusing.
No, I'm not accusing of anybody.
People who have interests of slowing down the system or making the system not work.
So they're
heard of system. Is it system breakdowns, or
Yes.
What about connectivity and things like that? Yeah. There's an interesting story also here. Ghanaians eating too much fish.
Oh.
Fisheries Alliance.
Which one is this one?
It's a good thing to eat fish. Is there anything like?
I thought they said we shouldn't eat meat.
So the excessively high.
Yeah, I'm a meat fan.
Among Ghanaians is one of the reasons the country. Well,
but tilapia is. I like tilapia once in a while. That reminds me. This weekend I have to go eat tilapia. I hope Monday I don't report with any problem.
I beg, don't eat tilapia. We need you here on Monday. I think what people don't know, and you brought it. I wouldn't have said anything. Usually when Roland has an emergency, it's because he's going to eat some tilapia overnight. And it's rocking him. So I beg you, no tilapia.
Yeah, though I'll do it on Saturday, so that I'm free. So that I'm free on Sunday.
When was the last time you had some good abobi tadi?
I went to Ho some other time. And I want to have this great.
Yeah, so go for Bobby Taddy.
This Keta Schoolboys was great.
Hot.
No, this one was heavy banku.
Yeah.
Not the workplace.
So something like that, not the tilapia. That's all I'm saying.
It was great.
All right,
it was great. And the last time I went there again, there was no show from the chopper. Got disappointed.
Let's do the BBC and then we'll run off. We'll make way for sports here on the show. Roland, BBC? All
right, so we go on to the BBC Africa page. It says religious schooling reduces radicalization, and apparently recruits to militant groups have less religious education than non-recruits. A UN study is actually finding out. And so contrary to views that, when you go to Makaranta, and I mean, in our context, Islamic schooling and all that, you get radicalized. It's actually not true. Those who have been radicalized actually have no formal Islamic education, and that's according to a UN study. So all that stereotyping of Muslims, etc., needs to stop. I'm saying this because I'm a Shama boy, and many of my friends are Muslims and things like that. So sometimes I don't know why people have all these negative stereotyping of Muslims. Charlie, Duba.
But they're not necessarily saying in Ghana. So
no, it's a worldwide study. So Ghana is inclusive, and Ghana we don't have radicals really. The thing is, the UN study is saying that those who get radicalized actually have not been to Islamic school, because when you go to Islamic school,
wait, hang on.
They go sit on the internet and they get.
Roland, say it as you've seen it. They have less
religious education than non-recruits.
Yeah. Ended there. All right, let's
interpret it.
No, nobody needs your interpretation.
Oh, but Togo protesters returned to.
Yeah, and it was massive yesterday.
I'm told.
Yeah.
I have a friend who is there. It's a journalist.
It was massive.
From Ghana.
So yesterday, one of our AM Talk guests suggested, he didn't suggest, he just cautioned that if anybody
I know
was
where you're going.
falling,
That's Sam George.
But no, but is there anything like that? I've been thinking about it honestly.
The thing is, if nobody is interested in this, somebody should call President Fonya Singbe to order and say, please, your countrymen don't want this.
So what must he do?
Fonya Singbe. He should
there's a process going on, except that the people don't necessarily trust it.
They said they want term limits.
Yes. And there's a
he should give himself term limits and say, after 2 terms, I'm not going again. Then they know that after 50 years of the Yadema dynasty, you are going. And then the elections, when they get there too, it has to be free and fair.
Oh. Well, we're still doing
Africa.
Wait and see with Togo, right? Okay, PR firm Bell Pottinger nearing collapse. That's the staff at the embattled company have been told it could go into administration next week, reports say. Yeah, I mean, that's coming, right? If you've been following the story, they've been at the center of a lot of the accusations on Jacob Zuma, you know, the corruption allegations. We're told the speculation was that they came in, they were brought in to do the PR thing, you know, blah, 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 and it's backfired on them, that kind of thing. Tanzania MP shots, Rwanda arrests opposition figures. Okay, and Tundu Lissu is now being treated in hospital after being shot. Rwanda police say they have arrested 7 members of an armed group and more. All of the details on the page. South Africa considering replay appeal. Tanzanian diamond gift of 200.
Oh, please, South Africa.
Which one is that?
We know that the Ghanaian referee gave you the penalty only when he hit the player.
That's an allegation.
It's a knee. He hit the knee of. He hit the knee and he gave a penalty. But Esanke Kanensa, Uncle, my penalty.
Yeah, were you the referee there?
Tina ya bani referee. I say, Lamptey, a friend saying, get Lamptey, baby, sir.
No curfew, sometimes. No curfew.
Referee,
You know, I went to school with him.
Lamptey?
Yes. I did.
Secondary school?
Ah,
okay.
First degree.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
If it is, but I hear he's a very good man. It could have been a mistake, a genuine mistake. No, it could be a genuine mistake. It could be a genuine mistake. You know, somebody could be blocking your site, and that time video technology was not using it. So we have to give him. But I don't know why he was banned though.
Some messages.
But they give West Frank Lampa.
This message says, tell those heartless generations to go to court with the blocks and the sticks they use in sending innocent. Okay. Oh, hang on. Where's the message? Okay, so let me take it again. Tell those heartless generations to go to court with the blocks and the sticks they used in sending the innocent soldier to his ancestors rather than Bible. God will surely curse them and their future generations.
You know what they're talking about?
Odro Julius, yes. I wanted to fully read the message and tell you that these are suspects. So let's treat them as such until the court says they're guilty of what they're being accused of. So just hold it there for a while, let the court finish its work. But for now, they're suspects. The government is too quick to introduce flashy policies without considering the sustainability. More issues coming up on this free SHS. Nanaba from Koforidia sending us this message. Here's one that says, please remind Mr. President that we technical university students are waiting for his promise to constitute our governing councils today, 8th September. And another one says, please kindly inform and remind Nana we're waiting for the teachers' arrears as the free SHS is coming. That's from Frim Prince.
It will come. Please help in free SHS so that children will.
And this one says, President Nanado is talking about teachers not being paid in Zambia. What about teachers in Ghana whose arrears are not paid? Why Abdullah sending the message? And this one says, Roland, oh, kindly don't call the number, please. I'd like to inform you that there are some secondary schools here in northern region charged to them to pay some amount of 400 Ghana cedis from Salim, governor from Tamale. Salim, are those schools public schools or private schools? Let's get that clarification and let's see how we can take this issue on. This one says, I thank Nana for making the free SHS policy unique, willing to pay the funds to various schools' accounts today. May Allah indeed make it a success. And that's from Move in Kumasi, sending us this message as well. And here's one more. Oh, you're simply liking the show this morning. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching our show every morning here on the AM show. Okay. That's it?
Yeah, that's it. It's 7 on the dot.
You seem to be giving me pressure.
Yeah, because sports has to come in. I thought you loved tennis, so you want to see the back of Venus Williams, who was kicked out.
She's an incredible woman. We don't even expect her to be lifting cups any longer. If she goes,
how old is she now? 37.
Yeah, she's old and she's very healthy, and she plays the game beautifully as well. So it doesn't really matter if she gets to semis or quarters or whatever.
She worked hard to get to where she is currently, and I'd say.
And the person she lost to is an incredible young woman. I'm rooting for her, Sloane Stephens. Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
More sporting news, including the US Open that we're just talking about, when Benedict joins us, which will be in just a little bit.